What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix's new movie, No One Gets Out Alive. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. Okay, I see you. No One Gets Out Alive. Listen, my verdict is I enjoy this film. It's not perfect, it's not among all-time best, but it does do a fantastic job of making me genuinely care about the lead character, Ambar. And it's a marvelous feature directorial debut by Santiago Mangini, who has a keen eye for details. The scares are quite effective. They build upon some of the tactics that you're familiar with, but each one of them is very well executed. This film also has a wickedly brutal take on an old age ritual for self-rejuvenation. No One Gets Out Alive is solid enough to make you look over your shoulder for things that go bump in the night. Based on Adam Neville's book, written by John Crocker and Fernanda Koppel, and directed by Santiago Mangini, in No One Gets Out Alive, Ambar is embarking on her American dream after years spent dutifully tending to her terminally ill mother in Mexico. She arrives in Cleveland, illegally, with very little money and unsuitable clothing for what's expected to be the coldest winter on record. After finding cash in hand work at a local garment factory, she rents the cheapest room available from Red in a near boarding house, kept awake by the other tenants sobbing and other strange noises echoing from the basement. Ambar begins to wonder exactly who or what lives inside that house with them. It soon becomes clear that they have walked into a trap. Ambar must fight to escape her living nightmare, but in a house where no one listens to the screams, will she ever get out alive? I've never read the book, but I understand that this adaptation changed a lot, including the setting, and that's okay, 'cause that happens. The question is, does this movie do what it's supposed to do? And I think the answer is unequivocally yes. But this is no mansion, and the residents are not well off. In fact, if you ask me, that aspect about the character makes their survival mode all the more significant. Just like last year's His House, which was about a struggling Sudanese immigrant couple. Ambar here also cannot catch a break to save her life. Hitting the economic rock bottom is already scary for a lot of people. Not knowing how you're gonna pay next month's rent, so on and so forth. And on top of that, she's got this entity terrorizing her. I mean, your heart just absolutely bleed for Ambar. There are several scenes in this film that are just fascinating in my opinion, because they make it seem as if the specters or the ghosts are reliving their own suffering right in front of Ambar. It's creepy, it's frightening, and it catches you off guard. You can argue that the script's emphasis on the hopelessness is a bit on the nose, but I think it dances a fine line of connecting that with Amber's sorrow that slowly but surely becomes a crutch. Excellent cinematography as well that elevates the scares into something of an experience rather than jumpy gimmicks. Overall, I think No One Gets Out Alive is an enjoyable horror flick that'll occupy your headspace for a day or two.